Hello everybody. Sorry it's been a long time since I made a video, but I've been experimenting with this double twist thing that I've been doing. And I want to report a little bit on that. I got 3 trees here. One of them's done. 2 are getting there. Well, at any rate, here's the one that I started with the double twist series with. You can see that's a 0.9mm wire, and that's kind of how the pattern turned out with the trunk. Trying to, I guess, make the trunks have a little more texture to them. It's a little bit different look. I'm not really even, well, I'll probably do more of them, I'm sure. But a couple things with the double twist. You're likely to have more bumps in your trunk with the double twist, which, you know, some trees do grow like that. And here is the frequency of the twist of this 0.9mm wire. The frequency makes a big difference in how things look. And for size comparison, here's my thumb. So I got, gosh, how many twists? Maybe 1.5 twists per inch on that one. Okay, now this is out of the bigger wire, and I wanted to see, you know, how long I can do a trunk with this before it starts to sag under its own weight, because that's important for me that the trees kind of stay the way I twisted them up. And this is the larger size aluminum wire. And here's the twist rate on this one. There's my thumb again for comparison, and let's bring this other wire over by it. You can see that's pretty, well, let's look. Yeah, pretty dang close to the same frequency, maybe 1.5. I don't have an inch laying around to show you right now. I don't use rulers and stuff too often, but there's a thumb for comparison again. And here's how the pattern on this trunk turned out. A little different than the first one because of the larger wire. You can see I'm getting to work on the roots there. And on both of these trees here, I took the double twist maybe into the first part of the branch, and then after like the first split, I would usually break it down to single strand. I would petal it out, and I'm going to show you what I mean by petaling it out. So like on this branch right here, well, it's hard for you to see, like up to the first split is double twist, and then I go to the single twist after that. Okay, so that's 3, and it does seem to be, the trunk does seem to be holding its shape good at that size. And then here's the last tree. Now the frequency of the double twist on this one is a little bit less. You can see the pattern's really quite a bit different than this one over here. That pattern's a lot more texture to it. Broke up more, lines are not continuous. And let's compare the 2 twists in this wire. Okay, you can see right here, this wire's from that trunk, and this one's from that trunk. And throw the thumb down there. So I would say there's almost a little more than an inch in the frequency of the twist here, so it's a 0.75 twist per inch, or maybe even 1.25 inch before you get a full twist. I'm not sure. And once again, let's look at the pattern on both those. Here's this one. And once again, I went with the double twists all the way up to the first and sometimes the second branch split. It depends on how things look at the time. And then I petal it out to a single twist for the rest of the branch and get ready to do the leaves. Now, how am I going to do this petaling thing? I need to use both hands. Let's just set it down right here. This shot doesn't need to be level, but I need to see it, so I need to flip this little thing around. Oop, where are we? Okay, so that's, and then petaling it out, I mean, I just take the ones always a little longer and I do this. Seems to be the fastest way for me to get it pedaled out. I don't know if anybody's got a better term for what I just did than pedaled out, but I like pedaled out, so it'll be hard to convince me on a better one. But at any rate, so that's that. And the other thing with the double twist, oh, I gotta flip the thing back now. The cloth wrap that I put on the trunk to twist it, it was harder to slide it on this one compared to this one. This one slid easier. So the more texture you put in the trunk, the harder it is. Like the wrench, I'd tighten it up and I couldn't move it, so I'd have to loosen it up a little bit and then move it up more, and it made things go a little slower. But the other nice thing about the double twist is when you got a bunch of it hanging out in double twist out there flying around that you haven't twisted up yet when you're working on the trunk, it doesn't get tangled like the single strand tends to. It's much harder to tangle some double twist than some single twist. So it's kind of like the benefits and the detraction of using the double twist kind of balance out a little bit. All in all, probably a little bit harder to work with, but hey, I just started. And I suppose that's that. So I got some trees to finish. Maybe I'll shoot some vid after I get these done. Peace, everybody. Hope your new year is better than the last one was.